Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today's yoga session is a full body flexibility yoga practice. So find a little bit of space to move. I am going to use my bolster a bit today, and let's get started. So we will begin today laying down, of course. Now, if you've got something to lay on, it might go underneath your head and your chest. I'm going to go for a deeper back bend though and bring it just underneath the middle of my back. So let your hips be on the ground. Maybe you've got something underneath you. And if you're going for the deeper back bend, hips on the ground and your head. Now you can give your spine, your back a chance to arch. Your arms might be encouraged to rest somewhere, but you can bring them out nice and wide. Let your palms face up. And again, just making sure that your head is touching something and your hips are also touching something. You can decide what your legs are going to do while we're here. If you're feeling a nice, intense back bend, you might leave the knees bent and the feet planted. You could send your legs long, or if you want to get into your hips, you could bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. But again, just allowing your back and your spine to arch. Letting your eyes closed once you're happy with where you are laying. And just start to relax. Soften your legs. Soften your arms. And just notice your belly moving. Just gentle, slow breath. Now maybe we can leave our upper body just as it is, but move our legs. So planting the feet on the ground again if they aren't already. Your feet might be about hip width apart. And then if you're laying on top of something, when you feel like sitting up and taking it out, sliding it off to the side so that you can lay flat on your back. You can either leave your feet planted or hug your knees to your chest. And if you're coming out of that back bend, just notice the sensations flowing through your back. A gentle sway side to side might feel good. You might rather be still. And maybe your sway can get just a little bit bigger, massaging your back against the ground. Now we're gonna be coming all the way up and onto our hands and knees. You can roll over or rock yourself forwards. But meet me in tabletop. Maybe give your hips a few sways side to side. And then we're going to scooch our knees over to the left and drop the right hip down so that our legs are stacking on top of one another. Then we'll try to bring the chest to face forwards. Try to level the shoulders, push your hands into the ground to lift your chest up a little bit, and maybe feeling a bit of a twist. Now you can stay here, legs stacked, maybe on your hands. You could also lower down to your forearms. And then your legs could also move. Maybe you will wrap your top leg around the bottom leg. Feeling a twist through the back. Feeling a little something through your legs and hips if you're lucky. And if you're on your forearms, you could stay there, or you could lay all the way down on your belly. You might even go so far as to rest on your left cheek, if that is okay with your neck. Now, if you did come all the way down onto your belly, we'll have to lift back up. So maybe you come to your forearms. You could uncross your legs there and then come back up onto your hands. Lift your hips, come back to your hands and knees, your tabletop position. Maybe a sway through the hips just to shake it out. And then our knees are going to scooch over towards the right side. And you can drop down onto your left hip. And just start with the legs stacked, because this side might feel a whole lot different than the other side. Bring the chest forwards. Try to level the shoulders by pushing your hands into the ground, lifting the chest up. Maybe you'll be staying here. Maybe you'll try to come down onto your forearms. And you can leave your legs stacked, or you can try to cross your top leg over the bottom leg. Feeling a twist, maybe your legs and hips. But you can lay all the way down on your belly if it's available. And then maybe trying to rest on your right cheek to get into your neck a little bit here too. If you did come all the way down, you can start to come back up, uncrossing your legs along the way, should they be crossed. And you can come all the way back to tabletop, onto your hands, onto your knees. Give the hips a gentle sway side to side. Shake it out a little bit. And then we are going to sit down just with our legs in front. So you could start with a hug of the knees towards the chest, though. We will be bringing our left leg off to the side for a half straddle. So the right leg can stay bent, the left leg, bring it out to the side, maybe pointing your toes up, and then maybe add a gentle sway through your shoulders side to side, maybe even leaning forwards to get into the inner thigh. And then you can just focus on your legs. Or if you want to add your arms into this, you could lift on up. You could take your left hand, Either bring it to your back or bring it to your back to start with your palm facing away so the elbow is bending. Your hand might slide towards your side a little bit as you try to bring your elbow towards your leg. So tipping off to the side, maybe even tucking your elbow in front of the leg a little bit. But point your toes up of your straight leg. Lean over if you want to lean over. And then we might go so far as to reaching our right arm up and over as well. That might tip you a little bit more, give you a side stretch too. Just keep pointing your toes up. Keep breathing. And if you are leaning to the side, just using an inhale to lift once again. Free up your arms if you are in that shoulder stretch. Take a little shoulder roll maybe. You can help your legs come back together though. Shake it out. And then we can switch. So your right leg can come out as wide as you want it to go. Facing forwards, sitting tall, maybe a sway of the shoulders. You sway towards your leg. Maybe you feel the stretch a little bit more than when you sway away from the leg. But you can lean forwards any amount. You don't have to sway. You can be still. Just point your toes up a little bit. And the choice is yours if you'd like to just focus on your legs. Or maybe your right hand will come towards the back, palm facing away, bending the elbow. And if you tip over towards the side a little bit, your hand, it can slide to your side. Maybe the elbow touches the top of the leg. Maybe it can come towards the inside of the leg a little bit. Keeping the chest open. You might even be looking up. Feel free to close your eyes though. Pointing your toes up still. And should you be leaning over to the side, and the left arm wants to reach up and over, you can add in the side stretch. Feels good to do so. And if you are leaning over, using an inhale to come on up, free up your arm, maybe bring your knees back together, take a nice hug or squeeze. Let it all go. We're going to be coming onto our knees again. If you have a pillow, just have it close by just in case. So we're going to try to sit on the top of our feet and sit on our heels. You might be leaning forwards. You might be sitting tall. You might even lean back a little bit to float your knees. Now, if you want to get a little extra crazy, maybe you've got a pillow that you can bring behind you. If the knees are floating, you could gently try to lay down. All the way onto your pillow maybe, but we're all trying to rest on the top of the feet. Maybe the knees are floating. Maybe you're able to lay all the way back and relax. We're not going to stay here that long, but if you are laying down, you're comfy. Reach your arms up and above your head too. Try to touch the top of your hands to the ground. Awesome work, you guys. Depending on how far you are laying back, You can lift up. You can sit up. Take your pillow out from behind you if that's where it is. Plant your hands. Come off of your heels. Maybe your ankles will want a little bit of a shake. If you're ready to come off of your knees, you can take a seat, legs in front once again. And then either stay seated and send your legs long, sitting tall and maybe folding forwards. And if you'd like to lay down and lift your legs up, lift the legs, lift the feet, maybe holding on to the legs, reaching for the feet. But trying to find some length through the back of your legs. And you might stay here if you're laying down with your hips on the ground, or you could lift them up and come all the way to plow. Should you have your hips lifted, you can bring them down again. If you are still seated in a forward fold, you can sit back up. Bring your knees to your chest. Take a rock or a sway side to side. And eventually laying down on your back if you aren't already. And just letting your feet find the ground if you've got them lifted. But maybe just swaying your knees side to side just a few extra times. A windshield wiper movement with your legs. Eventually sending your legs long and wide. And resting your arms somewhere comfy too. Taking a few moments here in Shavasana, where you can just be still, relax. And as always, I encourage you to stay here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.